Alright, welcome back everybody. My name is Dan, QuestlineHero. We are back in the simulator, and we've got our Neo fly up. So yeah, let's pick a place. We need a new job. We could go down to South America, or we could go further into Puerto Rico. That'd be pretty fun. Let's do this. I want to do a maximum of, let's say, 350. But I want to do at least 200. So these are the areas that we can go in. So we get a cargo job here. 191 pounds. 358 nautical miles. It's pretty far, but it gets us quite a bit of money. This one here, 217. These are all going to MUCU. It's basically these two airports. Those are my choices here. Jamaica, Montego Bay. I say we do that. Let's go to Montego Bay. That sounds super fun. We got one passenger. One passenger. And it's 320 kilometers. Okay, let's take that. MKJ.
From dispatch to transporter. Let's take these passengers to their destination.
Write that down because I'm going to forget it. MKJ.
The passengers are ready to board. I hope you have plenty of room. It looks like they have gone crazy at the duty-free shop.
Get that going. We're getting in. Let's do our checks, inspections. We do need to add fuel, so we'll need to do that before we turn the engine on. In fact, I think we need to do that here.
Transporter, boarding is complete. You can start your flight.
Where do we do that? Here? Fuel. Yes, let's fill up on fuel. Yep. Okay, good. Fuel is matching in the simulator. That's good. Take a look inside here as we start the engine. And we'll put into our Garmin here where we're going. MKJS. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of feedback on the last few videos. I appreciate everybody who comments and lets me know what they think. It's been really helpful. Again, this is just for fun. I'm not monetized or anything. This is just purely me goofing off and having a good time. So don't take it too seriously. But I'm having a good time.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Alright, good to go. After our starting engine page, we'll complete this. Let's take a look at this here. Make sure that this is connected. Yeah, we refueled. Good. MKJS. Alright. Should we set this page too? Yep, not quite yet. Okay. So let's take a look at Navigraph. We may have to log in. I'll move that over if I do. No, looks like we're good. Okay, let's check. MKJS. Did I... Oh, I did it right. MKJS. Oh. Oh, that's... I'm not searching for flights, I'm searching for airports. MKJS. Montego Bay. Alright. Let's find out about you. They don't have ILS, I guess. That's fine. Runway 07. We're probably going to take runway 25. DUVEG. DUVEG, that's where we're going. So let's just go direct. D U V E G. Duveg. Duveg does not exist? D-U-V-E-G. Okay. D-U-V-E-G. I guess we can't go direct there. K-A-V-A-S, maybe? K-A-V-A-S. No, what? I don't know why that doesn't work. R-I-G-U-R, maybe that will work. R. No, go back. R. I-G-U-R. I. G. U-R. I-G-U-R. They must be different. I don't know why it doesn't exist. Doesn't make sense. That's fine. Let's just go straight MKJS. Alright. You got me. MK. We'll just go straight for the airport. Again, if you're watching this and you're new to this channel, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. MKJS. So, if you're worried, there we go. Activate. Okay, so we're all set. We can put this away. We can jump outside and take a look at our airplane. Everything looks good. We can pretty much take out straight away. We're gonna just pretend this dude isn't here. I should plug in my HOTAS if I'm expecting to use that. Like throttling up and nothing was happening. Well, that's why. See if we can get around this guy without... Oh no, we're gonna chop their head off. Oh, I'm so sorry, friend. I don't know why you're here. Oh, sorry about that. That was brutal. Okay, we're gonna skip over the grass here, because why not? That's fine, that's fine. It's all good, guys. I also had a comment that I should take the music out. I think for the last video, I didn't use much music. I kept it pretty low. I apologize if it was too loud before. I think during the time lapse, though, there's got to be some sound going on. It's not very interesting if there's nothing going on, so that's why I sort of kept the music there. Let's just park really quick and set up our altitude here. We're gonna fly 8,000. We're going to set a flight level change of 75. That looks like 81. 75 knots. We're going to turn our flight director on. We're going to choose, I think that's all we need, right? Yep, that's all we need. Pitot heat looks like maybe not so hot outside. All right, let's go. Go, little plane. Go, little plane, go, little plane, go. What's this guy? What? What? Fuel tanker on
Pilot,
the runway.
have a nice flight.
This seems not ideal. Not something you see every day. Autopilot on. That should. Don't sink. Yeah, please don't sink. And we're going to change this to 75. I don't know why I didn't keep that before. There we go. Set our flight 75. I'm going to pull back on the throttle slightly because I don't want to overspeed it. We should also turn on this Garmin here. Oh, did I turn that off by accident? Did not mean to do that. Connect to our career. Now, are we not? We're following nav, right? Yes, we are. Let's just take a look at our thing here. We're heading off of our course here. Oh, nav mode was off, that's why. I thought I turned that on. Maybe I didn't turn that on. Okay, well. At least our runway heading was roughly the heading we're taking. So that works, I guess. Alright, so we have a couple hours flight here. I want to fit, I think, a few more flights into the video than I do normally. So I'm probably going to time-lapse most of this. And yeah, we'll see you pretty much when we're ready to land. Alright, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that awesome time lapse. We're going to now set our altitude down to maybe 1,000 feet. And we're going to do a vertical speed of, minus 500 should be fine. Actually, I want to do 700. This may be better. It's hard to tell. There is that. Where is my thing here? There's this calculator, but I don't know how to make it work. Ooh, does this ever come back up? There we go. I don't know why I closed that last time. The game. That was silly. Descent planner. Current altitude. Target ground speed. Target altitude is 1,000. Calculate. Target descent rate. I don't know. Alright, so target ground speed is, we might be doing like 60. Alright. What does this calculate then? Vertical speed. I don't know what this is telling us. I don't know. I don't know how to use that. Obviously, it's not intuitive, or I'm dumb. One or the other, or both. Not really sure. We are overspeeding a bit. I'm going to pull back on the throttle quite a bit, just to make sure that we don't overspeed while we're flying. Minimize this and put it down to the bottom again. There we go. Don't want to be going too fast. I don't need to be going like super slow or anything, but I don't want to go too fast. Thing seems to be turning sharply for some reason. Not really sure why. Autopilot's on. Nav mode is on. Whoa, excuse me. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that, friends? You don't need to be doing that. Autopilot is off. Autopilot on. What happened there? Autopilot like took us way out. That was really weird. Now we're coming back here. Okay. Make sure we are recentered. Yeah, that was really strange. I don't know why autopilot suddenly kicked off. That was very strange. Okay, I'm going to continue the descent here. I don't know if this is the proper feet per minute. I suspect it's probably not. We're already down to 5,700, and we're not quite a third of the way there, but it'll get us close enough, and I think that's fine. I might put this back up to 500 now, just so that, because I think we're going to do that 5,000 feet from here to here. I think that's fine. I also only want to go to 1,000 because I need some room to be able to maneuver over to the north and to pull back onto the runway. So, yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Alright, just a couple of quick adjustments before we land here. I want to swing out a little further. It looks like we've got quite the storm going on here. A little bit of inclement weather as we pull up. So I'm just I'm using this here to see where I'm going. I can see the runways here. We're fine, but I do want to put on some flaps. Probably slow down quite a bit, and we're going to try and get down safely here. So we are following, we don't have ILS right now, so we're not following any glide slope. I'm just sort of following my intuition on where I'm supposed to be. And again, like I said, my intuition always sucks, so I don't really trust it that much. But we're getting down. We're getting there, regardless of the weather and all that. We're going to land. It does look like the wind is pushing us around quite a bit. You can see just how much we have to sort of crab to the right just to be able to go straight here. So yeah, there is quite a bit of wind, it looks like here. This is about probably where I'm going to take over here. I'm going to hit that autopilot button, and I'm going to take over. Push over a little bit further to the right because yeah, I don't want to end up on the side of the mountain there. We're at 800 feet, which is fine. And I'm gonna pick up the engine slightly just so that we can fight back that wind. And we're gonna try and land. The runway is off to the right there a little bit, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna pull this a little further. I'm gonna pull full flaps. Pull back all the way on the aircraft. Throttle, and we're just going to do this last little left turn here. We're probably going to float pretty far down the runway as we do this, which is fine. I just want to line up. We're going to have to kind of account for the wind as we come down. 150. There we go. Just smoothly. We want to land.
Nicely done, pilot.
There we go.
Make your way to parking via the taxiway.
Ah, a lot of bad weather around here.
Contact ground for your parking assignment.
Right here is actually not too bad. Looks like there's just some wind off to the side there, so no problem at all. Let's take a look at our airport map and see where we're going. We'll turn here. Get ready. We'll retract our flaps all the way. And yeah, now we're in Montego Bay. Gorgeous. Ready for a cocktail, I'll tell you what. After that landing. All that one passenger that I brought here is probably ready for it too. They're probably freaking out a little bit. Alright, here we go. Turning towards Montego Bay Airport. Alright, let's park just over in what I imagine is the general aviation, which always seems to be exactly where I'm coming into the airport, so we'll just pretend that's true. Yeah, see, look, this is perfect. Look at that. They got a jetway for us and everything. It's totally fine, totally normal. Totally normal, guys. Alright, we will stop here so we can turn around later. And we will shut down the engine. Pull our mixture all the way.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
And there we go. We'll let the guys get out.
Transporter from dispatch. Everyone is on the bus. Check that they haven't forgotten anything. Have a nice day.
Everybody's on the bus. The one guy that was sitting here is on the bus. Awesome.
Ready for engine start.
Okay, so now we're done. We will probably refuel. Yep, thank you, thank you. Let's see if there's anything good that we can do now. Let's see. We could head all the way back to Miami. That's a pretty long flight. We could send all the way up to Orlando. I'm not sure we would get there. We'd have to do 2 trips probably. What's our next airplane? Is this, do we have the... No, we don't. I think we gotta look in here for the aircraft market. What's the next airplane we want to probably get? I'm thinking it's gonna be a Grand Caravan. This is a great little plane. And it holds a lot more people and cargo. I think this is probably what we want to sort of shoot for. And to rent it, first deposit, yeah. Yeah, deposit is 311,000. So we're about a third of the way there. So yeah, we got to make some bank in order to get into a bigger plane. And then to get into something like a TBM 930, it's going to be around the same amount of money. I love this plane. It's just such a good plane. This TBM 930 here. Do we have... Yeah, the M500s are in here as well. They're a little bit cheaper. These are also great little plane. So like we could use one of these. Piper M500. Yeah, these are great. Yeah, I think the Grand Caravan is probably what we're going to go for. Just because it can hold so many more people, so that allows us to pull a lot more people and cargo around. But they are, I mean, they're pretty expensive, right? I mean, renting this is like, yeah, $294,000 deposit is pretty expensive. We will get our deposit back from this airplane, which will be $30,000 or $40,000. I think I forget exactly, but we will get that back. But definitely still looking at quite a bit of money here for this. So that's our goal, is to reach sort of the, let's say, $500,000 mark. We're at 99,000 right now. So that's sort of where we're gonna go. So yeah, I will take a quick break, and we'll figure out where we're going next. All right, we are on to our next flight. I took a little break. I had to reload Flight Sim, and so we're starting from Montego Bay here, but I'm going to try something a little different. Normally I don't use the built-in flight planner here in Microsoft Flight Sim. I usually just put it into the FMS normally, but because I actually don't know how to use the FMS, or doesn't seem to be working, most likely it's that I don't know how to use it, but it doesn't seem to be working for me inside the Cessna 172, so I'm going to actually try to use this. So what I want to do is I want to find a job that's close enough to me. Here we go, Jobs Finder, here we go, yep. And I want to find, let's see, we can make it quite a bit bigger. Yeah, I want to find a job that I can do, and then I'll basically use this built-in trip planner to see if maybe that'll work better. So let's try that. Let's see how it works. It looks like we're not getting a lot of... I think this is the problem with this area that we're in here, the Caribbean. There's just not that many airports that you can go to, and so you end up with not that many job options. It might be better to fly back into North America, just because there's, it's a densely populated aviation community there, and so there's just a lot more flights that I can take. But I honestly think that the flights that I've been taking have been, they look pretty good. That the scenery is pretty nice. If I fly over, Central America here, or not Central America, Central US, like there might be, it's densely packed with airports, but like honestly, it's kind of boring, and that's not because the States are boring necessarily. I'm from Canada, the most boring view of all, unless you're going over the mountains here. It's just because it's just, it's a lot of farmland, it's a lot of, that kind of stuff. So I like flying around the, Bermuda and the Bahamas and stuff. I just think it's nicer, but the downside is that there's not as many options for, ILS runways and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think maybe I'll head... What I'll do is I'll do a kind of a circle. I'll head down into Venezuela or Colombia here. Maybe I'll take this job into Cartagena. Maybe I'll take this job, and then maybe we'll, fly through, Mexico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, stuff like that. Maybe we'll fly up through there, back in, and then maybe we'll follow the coast all the way up here, maybe even to Alaska. So we'll just see where we end up. I'm going to take this flight here to Cartagena. I think that's how you say it, Cartagena in Colombia. A friend of mine, Chris, would know. He actually went there last year. I think he was in Cartagena. He was in a whole bunch of places. But anyway, I think I'm going to take this job. I'm going to pull my weight down and see if that changes it. No, that's not S. Yeah, that's this. Load by this date. Okay. So let's take it. How do we take it in this menu? I don't know. I don't know how we take jobs in this menu. Take the job. Let's go to Cartagena. Am I missing something on this? Do I have to take it inside the other? Do I have to take it inside here? I hope not. Good question. There's no, not enough remaining. Oh, I see. Remaining cargo capacity. Oh, I see. So we're at 576 pounds. We can't carry that much. Okay. I'm getting you. Let's do this. Let's sort by weight, and then let's see where we can go. KOPF. So that's heading back into Florida. I don't really want that. I want something over here. Let's up our distance to. I think we can. No, 530 is that's like 5 hours of flight time almost. That's a lot for me. Just physically, I have to be near my computer for 5 hours. It's quite a long time. It does seem like it's pushing us back into there. Let's pull the distance down. Maybe we'll take some shorter flights. Okay, here's one. Down into back to Port-au-Prince. I just went there. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. Don't pull me back there. Is there a job where we're going into Guatemala or something? Actually, if we go back to Port-au-Prince, then some of these might open up because it's a little bit closer. We're kind of in the middle here in Jamaica. It's kind of far. If I pull this open all the way, then it gives us a lot of the shorter flights. Oh, we could do this one. 582 nautical miles. So that's quite a far distance. We get 40 grand out of it. Remember, we need to make it to about $300,000. So these longer flights just make it a little bit more efficient to do that. Over to Aruba, which I guess is the Netherlands owns or colonized Aruba, I guess. Santa Cruz. This seems like it could work. 582 nautical miles. I believe we can do that. Yeah, see, here's the take button, take job button. So we'll take that. So we're going to TNCA. We need to go to our hangar here. We want to refuel. Thought we'd go here. Yeah, we want to fuel up all the way. I think we did that in the last one. And so now we're getting ready. We're going to. Why does this tell me I'm missing 41 pounds? Oh, because I'm not in there. Okay, that's fine. We're at NKGS, yes, and we are going to TNCA. TNCA. Aruba. Heading off to Aruba. Now, this is 583 nautical miles. That is, that's quite a lot. Does this give me options for my... It doesn't give me any options. Okay, that's fine. And does this give me any options? No, it's funny. It doesn't give... Oh, VFR. Here we go. IFR, High Altitude Airways. Now we go. Okay, departures. I don't know. And the approach is going to be ILS. Y, I guess. This will put us... Yeah, this will put us into the right ILS area. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is going to work. Maybe this won't. I don't really know. we're gonna try it out. The reason I don't typically use this is that this isn't usually right. When I go to like SimBrief or something, that they don't send me on the same path. There are, I don't know, when it's baked into the flight sim, I don't think it works as well. But obviously, you know, I haven't been using this very long, so it's mostly
it looks like the
probably
weather
user
is
error.
perfect for flying.
Most likely, anyway. So we're going to start this flight really quick. I'll
Good
see
morning,
if I can get us
pilot.
into the air.
Ready
I
for
might
your
even
cargo mission?
use, I know there is a simulation rate that you can use inside a flight sim, so that it doesn't actually take 5 hours to do a
Pilot from
5-hour
dispatch.
flight. You can
The cargo door is open and the
double
cargo
your-
is being
your flight
transferred.
time, or double your sim rate, or even I think you could do more than that as well. Let's change this first of all. Don't want live weather because that's too late. I'd like a daytime flight. That seems better. Okay, let's go through our checklists here. Let's go through this. I don't have my headphones on, so I have to see if the Neofly is talking to me. Yeah, it sounds like they're loading the passengers and cargo now.
Transporter. Cargo is loaded. You can start your mission.
Perfect. All right, so let's autocomplete this page. Ooh, that guy drove pretty close to my tail there. Watch yourself, buddy. I've had some great feedback from you guys in my last 3 videos that I've done. It's been pretty spectacular views, actually, honestly, on this Flight Sim content on my channel. I do other things on this channel, so if you've subscribed just for Flight Sim, you will notice that there are other games and other things that I play on this channel, and so don't be surprised if you see, you know, Space Engineers or Factorio or, you know, other things like that on this channel as well. I've just been really enjoying Flight Sim recently, and with a lot of the updates and some of the you know, stuff that's been coming out, I feel like it's pretty good content, and I think you guys like it as well. So thank you very much if you're watching. Again, this is not my job. This is not. I'm a very amateur at this. I know there was a lot of hate about, well, not a lot, but a couple of people who complained that my clickbait title was too clickbaity, and I agree with you. I did it wrong. I did not know what I was doing. Nobody really paid attention to this channel until this year, so I'm very glad you did. I'm very glad you guys are here. But honestly, don't take what I'm doing too seriously. I'm mostly dicking around and having fun, and that's what we're all here for. So my many apologies to start if I make errors in YouTubing. That's not my intent. I'm just not very good at this stuff. So everything works. I'm going to Control 1 will bring us down to here. I'm going to select my initial altitude at 8,100 feet. We can actually go higher. So I was I was texting or on the thing. Vertical navigation mode is something that I've never used before. I don't know how to use this. I would love to use it, but I don't know how to use it. So at some point I will learn. I will figure it out, and I will use this. I guess this is easier for capturing that glide slope when you're approaching an airport. I guess some airports do have this enabled. So I'm going to learn that. I didn't learn it yet because I just got that message this morning from someone on YouTube. Thank you very much for mentioning that. It is definitely something that I should look into and should do better. So yeah, I will be trying that. As for right now, we're going to be doing when we hit our when we are climbing. I'm going to be climbing at 75 knots. That's the sort of climb rate that people have said and the documentation says is the best for this airplane. So that's what we're going to kind of set this at. Again, I'm going to just totally ignore this guy and just chop him up. Sorry about that. Because he's not supposed to be there. He would not be there in real life for this size of plane, I suspect. And I think we can go straight to the runway here. I don't need that much runway, but that's okay. We'll take off from over here. That's fine. And this is just the taxiway here. So we'll have to take off. We'll have to do a bit of a turn here. Flying out of Montego Bay. Thank you very much, Montego Bay. You were beautiful. I stopped and had lunch, and you had great lunch. Thank you very much. Let's get lined up. Looks like the windsock over there is showing not too much wind, so it doesn't really matter where we go. Well, I'm going 32 knots on the taxiway. That's probably excessive. Probably not required. You might be able to hear my baby crying in the background. She just woke up as I started streaming, of course, because that's life. So I'll take off. I'll put the autopilot on, and I'm going to go take care of her and bring her here, and then we can watch me fly together. We're just going to go straight out departure. I'm going to hit my flaps. We have clearance. Don't worry, Clarence. And yeah, I'll put that autopilot on. We'll get this flight started. Like I said, I want to try and head maybe to South America, and then maybe head back up. Even up the coast, I think is beautiful. If we can go up like through California, Washington, Oregon, that sort of area is actually pretty beautiful. And up and through the mountains, maybe we'll stop off in the Rocky Mountains in Canada, where I'm from. Going to BC or something has some good. I just want some good looking, sights for you to see. I do know that the Rocky Mountains are pretty high up. I think the elevation on some of them is like 9,000 or 10,000 feet. So we'll have to.
Okay, pilot.
Be very
Steady
careful
away.
with that.
See you again soon.
Yeah, here we go. All right, I'm going to pull back on the throttle slightly. I'm going to hit that autopilot. It's going to give us this big turnaround. Not sure if we're supposed to turn around over the airport or not, but that's fine. I think we should get enough height to clear this little hill mountain thing. Yeah, looks like it's going to be just fine. Okay, so if we look, I'll pull up my map really quick. And if we zoom out, we can see we're going to be basically heading a little bit southeast. We're going to, I don't know why there's two lines here. Are we confused? We're going to head through these, and then we're going to land in Aruba. So, I don't know why we have two white lines. Normally we would only have one, so I'm not sure why that's doing that, but I'm assuming we can only follow one of them. I think one of them is the direct GPS, and then one of them is where we're actually flying, which is to this MLY first. Because you can see here on the second display, you can see both white lines where it could be. So I think, again, this is just a weird, not glitch, I won't say, but a weird feature maybe of the flight sim routing that it does. Like you can see, it just doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, we'll leave it as it is. I'm going to leave you here. We're going to get this flight done really quick. As soon as we get up to cruising altitude, I'll probably play with that simulation rate, just honestly because it means that I don't have to wait 5 hours and have my computer doing nothing. I can't do any other work and things on my computer while this is playing. So I might play with the sim rate a little bit on this one, just because it is such a long flight. I hope that doesn't perturb you guys. I generally just, I time-lapse most of these flights anyway. Oh, let's put up our flaps. Sorry about that. Forgot because I was talking. I tend to time-lapse everything anyway, so I don't think it makes a big deal for you guys. Honestly, some people find it a little bit cheaty to, change that simulation rate, but, I'm using autopilot. I'm flying at 8,000 feet. This is... I think it's okay. You guys can let me know what you guys think. If you're, just dead set, not against, just don't want that, sim rate to increase, then... maybe I'll consider not doing it. But I think I'll be able to get videos out faster and do a lot more flights per video if I'm doing that, because if it only takes an hour to do a 6-hour flight, then I can do 3 or 4 of them a day rather than one of these a day, right? I mean, I can only do one flight like this a day, a 5-hour flight, because I have other things to do. I've got, kids to take care of, and I've got a job, and, my businesses that I run, sort of thing. So, hopefully I'll be able to get content out faster if I use that simulation rate. Now, the caveat to that is that I don't actually know how to use the simulation rate yet. So I'm going to wait till we're up nice and high at 8,000 feet, and then we'll try to get a little bit of simulation rate played going on. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this brief time-lapse while we get up to 8,000 feet and enjoy the scenery. I'll leave us in this sort of follow cam position, and we'll see you very shortly. Alright, we've made it to 8,000 feet. I did have a comment saying that for the Cessna 152, the ceiling is 14,000. And so we should be something similar in the Cessna 172. And again, it should be because, honestly, 8,000 feet isn't high enough to get over most mountain peaks. Or many big mountain peaks, or mountain ranges. So I'm going to try I'm gonna go up. We're gonna try to go to 12,000 feet. That's pretty high, and I'm pretty sure we can do it. Let's try that. It's going to... I'm gonna go to vertical speed. No. Yeah, vertical speed. No, flight level change. And we're gonna take it down to 75 knots again. Is that 78? 75. Okay, so this should bring us to 12,000 feet. Now, I might crash the plane when I do this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to increase the sim rate. I looked it up, and what you have to do is you have to press Control and R, and then the plus or minus on the numpad will bring up or sort of increase or decrease the sim rate. So I'm going to try that. Control R, and then up. Do we seem like we're flying faster? I can't tell. I can't tell. Do we have a clock here somewhere, right? Yeah, we do. We have a clock here. 3, 4. That doesn't look like it's going up. So let's try this. Control up and up at the same time. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. I mean, that's still like normal speed, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I can see. 3, 4, 5. So now we're going faster. That's probably twice as fast. If not 4 times as fast. It's hard to tell because you actually can't. It's only here I can tell the difference. 7, 3, 40, 2. So it's like half speed, right? I mean, every second tick of this is like 1 second. So there we go. So if I hold R first, R and then Control and plus, it will increase that. So let's just watch for a second and see how high. And we're crossing 9,800 now, so that's pretty good. We're still going strong. Engine is still working. I'm gonna increase the engine just a little bit, make sure we have enough RPM, we have no problems. This is really exciting for me, guys, not gonna lie. Being able to increase the sim rate means that I can do a lot more videos in the same amount of time, which is good for everybody. I don't know if this is like killing my computer or not. I might have a heater underneath my feet here instead of a computer soon, but it looks like we're going 4x speed. Yeah, it looks like 4x maybe. So that's good. I mean, 4 times the speed. That means it's going to take 1 hour to do this flight rather than like 4.5 hours or so. It's maybe an hour and a half, given that I have to, go normal speed for the climb and descent, or at least most of the descent. So yeah, it looks like we're getting up to 12,000 feet with no problems at all. The ceiling, I don't know in this plane, but in the 152 is 14,000, so I'm guessing in this one might be at least that or higher, so 12,000 feels like it's more than enough for our purposes. And yeah, we're cruising now. I'm going to leave this on. I'm going to leave the sim rate. I might even get crazy here. You know what? I'm feeling good about how smooth this is. I'm going to increase it one more time. I'm going to wait till we're at 12. Look how fast we got to 12 with that. Okay. All right. Don't kill the flight. We're bouncing like up and down. I think that's like what we do normally. We just don't see these undulations because of the sim rate. So I'm going to actually go up one more. There we go. One more. Whoa, this is maybe 8x speed or something. Yeah, that looks pretty fast. That looks pretty fast. All right, I'm going to watch my plane. Look at it go. Oh, we're turning onto the next. Oh, that's smooth, dude. Even at 8x speed, I think we probably overshot the turn slightly, but yeah, it's working. It's working, friends. Maybe we can do this. Can we turn on Neofly? We can actually watch our progress here. If I just pull this to the side, can I pull this over any further? Yeah, there we go. We can actually pull this to the side and we can see our flight where we are on the way down here. So, yeah, Aruba, I think I said we were going to, right? Aruba? Yeah, we're heading out down to Aruba. So let's do this. We can see Aruba and we can see our plane here. I'm gonna put this back into time lapse and oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. This is a better view. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back into time lapse and we're gonna see. I'm gonna find out it's now 12:18 my time PM. We're gonna find out how long this takes and potentially we just saved ourselves a lot of time. And I love it. I know I'm seeing like I'm going on about this, but sim rate. That's really cool. I like that. I will see you guys very shortly. Alright, we're back. We're going to put the simulation speed back to normal. I think this is how you do it. Nope, that was not it. That looks like it's back to normal now. So, GADGO, I don't know what we need to be at for GADGO here. I'm going to take a look. We're going to TNCA. So I'm going to open up Navigraph. See if it has this ILS 11 approach. Ports TNCA Aruba. Okay, let's take a look at the approach ILS. There we go. Davla, which is here. We need to be at 2,500. So if we're going to be basically going to Aluku and then Davla. We're 65 nautical miles away from the airport. So we're going to start our descent. I don't exactly know. I don't know. I still can't figure out this. Excuse me. We didn't even open this up today. We should have done that. I'm going to give this one more shot. I mean, we still have a long way to fly because we were doing like 16 or 8 times or something like that speed, so we still have quite a ways to go. But if we can figure this out, then we can put it back into time lapse. So let's go here. Let's connect. That's fine. We actually want to do the descent planner. So we need to know enter your target descent ground speed and your desired descent. I don't know that. Distance in nautical miles. Target ground speed. We want to be doing 80. Distance is, what do we say? It was like 70 nautical miles or something like that. 62 now. 62. Why don't you put in the note? 62. Oh my good lord. Oh my good lord. Oh my good lord. What? This is not supposed to be happening. Everybody. Calm down. Relax. Okay, I must have pressed a button that did something bad. Okay, we dropped 1,000 feet in 1 second. That was not ideal. Did my autopilot go off? Yes, autopilot went off for some reason. Okay, we're not going to play with that anymore. We pressed a button that did not need to be pressed. Oh, that was a pucker moment, everybody. Pucker. I puckered. I don't know if you did at home, but I puckered. Yeah, that was not ideal. I was playing with the numpad, trying to enter in my knots there, but it wasn't having it. Okay, I got to turn my my throttle back up. We're going to attempt to get back on this line here. So the autopilot is going to do it anyway. Whew. Yeah, that was crazy. I just saw this just go nuts. And I knew something was wrong. Because that was not ideal. So we do want to actually do a vertical speed change. We want to get down to, say, 3,000 feet. And we're going to go vertical speed. And this is nose down. We're going to go at 500. We're at 11,000 now, so we lost 1,000 feet already doing our little head towards the ground maneuver. I'm not sure what button I pressed, but it certainly head us into the ground, so that was not what we wanted to do. I don't think we're in simulation. No, I don't think so. Our sim rate is normal now. Anyway, we're back on the line here. That's fine. It's kind of scary, but anyway. Yeah, we're going to descend at 500, I guess. It's not actually doing it. Vertical speed, minus 500, but we're only doing 400. Maybe I have to back up on the throttle a little bit. I suspect we need to be doing more than this. Let's just head down a little more. 600? 60 nautical miles? I mean, let me do the calculation on my phone. Hold on. So we've got 60 nautical miles. We're going 100. So 60. It's going to take us 0.6 of an hour. And then we need to divide, what, 60 nautical miles. No, I don't know how to... This is why I suck at math. So we're at 10,000 feet. We need to be at 3,000 feet. We got 98,000 feet to go in 60 nautical miles. Or a little bit less than that, actually, because we've got to get to that Aluku at 2,500, or Davla at 2,500. So that's like 55 nautical miles now. Are we going at... I feel like our sim rate is still increased somehow. It doesn't seem to be, though. No, the clock is moving at the right speed. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to just get this descent going. I probably will increase the simulation rate just a little bit, just to get there a little bit quicker. Let's see, I also think if I hold R and press up. No, hold R, control up. That does it. There we go. So now we're at 4x speed. So we'll be able to see we're going past 9,400, 93, 92. And that seems pretty good. If we need to, we'll drop a little bit faster later. I'm going to leave it in 4x speed, and I'm going to come back in just a little bit. Alright, I've just moved my map a little bit so I can see when we start going in. I'm still at increased sim rate, and so I have to be careful about that. We did get down to 3,000 feet way quicker than I thought we would, but that's okay. What I want to do now is look back at my navigraph and check out the frequency here, 108.7. So I want to go ahead and put that, make sure that's in my nav here. 108.7 is what it's got. So I'm going to put that in. We should be able to intercept that after we go to the Davla thing here. So I'll be able to change my CDI over to that. So yeah, we're going to just follow this path. We can just sort of follow ourselves in, and that should bring us right into runway 11 here. Now, I have used, like I said, that sort of baked-in Microsoft Flight Sim navigation. So far, it's worked. Like I said, it doesn't always work perfectly. This might have just been a very straightforward flight, and so it's didn't have any problems, but sometimes it doesn't work. So we'll see. This should be fine. I should be able to intercept the localizer and get the ILS and get the ground, the glide slope around here. So hopefully we're good. Let's look at that again just really quick. Davla, 2,500. So once I reach here, I'm going to go down to 2,500 feet. So I'm going to take this down to... I'm actually going to 2,400 feet so that we can intercept underneath the glide slope. There we go. Here's our... Heading has changed. We're not following it though. Nav mode is on. I wonder why that's not doing that. Hold on, I need to change back. Interesting. Okay, well, let's do this for now then. Let's turn the autopilot off. Let's see if we've got... Yeah, we've got our frequency in, so why don't I just hand fly it over until we've got that ILS locked in. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to continue my downward descent. I'm going to pull back on the throttle slightly as well. Make sure that I'm going down. We're going to try and intercept by Bombda there. Now, I can check... now, if I take this off, that's not going to work, is it? Let's just do... flight director, autopilot. I can't see because it's so... heading mode. So let's put our heading right in front of us there. Let's put heading mode on. Let's turn the autopilot on. That should maintain vertical speed. Should still be minus 300 down to that 2400 there. I want to go over to my other window, and if I do that, so Bomba looks like, yeah, Bomba is 2,000 feet there, so we actually want to go down to 2,000 feet by the time we hit Bombda, which means we probably need to go down a little bit quicker. Once we intercept that, I'm guessing that we're going to intercept this localizer as well. We should be able to just hit approach mode, and we should be good. I really don't like the resolution at this 1080p. It's really hard to see, but I got to do that for the video. Approach mode is right there, underneath the nav mode. So once we get a little bit closer, I'll swing our heading over. You can see we're getting pretty close now. I'm guessing that this line here is roughly where this localizer is going to be. Well, it should be exactly where that localizer is going to be captured. We still have our green line indicating the distance away from the localizer is still at, you can see at the second dot here, which is the furthest out it goes. So we're not seeing it swing in yet. As soon as we see it swing in, we will probably... I'm also doing 122 knots, which is really excessive. Okay, so now we see it swinging in. So now we're going to turn. And we might we overshot it slightly, but that's okay. We can actually hit approach mode once we swing around. There we go. Approach mode is on. Autopilot is on. It should swing us around now for this. Now, we are going to intercept the glide slope at 2,000, which means we should also get that VNAV, or the vertical navigation slope. So here we go. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. We've caught it. We're going down. Perfect. Worked like a charm. Again, I know it's probably easier to just fly this VFR and just head towards Aruba and then, you know, land it normally. But I'm actually planning for future airplanes where we don't have that, you know, sort of luxury. Not that we don't have the luxury, but it's a lot easier to fly on an ILS route than it is to fly a VFR route in like a, you know, a Citation Longitude or, you know, a private jet or whatever else we end up flying. So I want to get better at this, and I want to learn that. That's why I'm doing this. I understand it's a clear, bright day, and I could do this by ILS or VFR. I could do this visually. But it's more fun to just try and see if you can get your piloting skills, you know, a little bit varied. That's why I'm doing this. I also had a comment saying that I shouldn't use this external chase cam view for landing. I should try to use the cockpit. I appreciate that. I'm going to try that today, most likely. I want to get a view where I sort of can still see... yeah, where I can still see out, but I can still see everything, like all my instruments and stuff. I feel like if I do this, I don't really see the runway until it's too late. And I don't have like a shorter way, so we'll try it like this. We'll try to land like this, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. 4.4 nautical miles, Aruba. We need to check maybe our... Yeah, we're on this slope. Good. It's taking us down 550. Does that say? Yeah, 550. Airport runway is at 37 feet, so altitude is almost 0. We're pretty much ready to go. Missed approach is 800 feet. That's what this is. Okay. Almost there. Once again, thank you everybody for watching. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff if you're interested. I will be doing more of this content as well as some other stuff. Okay, so this is telling us we're going too fast. Obviously we are. We're doing 100. That's fine. I was going to slow it down a little bit later, but that's okay. We will put 1 notch of flaps up as well. Help slow us down. I think we need to be doing like 80 or so for this to be proper. I don't actually know why this is here, this visual. This wasn't on before, so I don't know what I did. I think I might have defaulted something. But here we go anyway. Can't quite see the runway on this screen. Well, maybe we can. Yeah, we can. We just have our heading indicators a little bit too far in. That's fine. Still says we're going too fast. Not sure I agree with that. We're getting pretty close. I'm going to hit my full flaps. There we go. Now we're at the correct speed, 60 or so. Yeah, it's really hard. I can't see the runway, though, when I'm in like this. I guess I got to push myself up. I guess I'm flaring already, which I should not be doing. We don't want to be flaring yet. I'm gonna use my outside the cockpit view. I feel like this is more comfortable for me. No, you know what? I think you're right. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do this way. I feel like this is better. All right, we're still on the glide slope where we should be. We can see out the side where we are. Oh, we're stalling. Oh,
That's
God.
pretty close to the center
wrong.
line,
Should not have
pilot.
done that.
Nice job.
Oh no.
Taxi to parking, please.
I wasn't watching my speed.
Contact
and I
ground
stalled
for your
right into
parking
the aircraft.
assignment, then shut down
Well,
your
I mean,
engine.
that wasn't ideal. Should we shut off the engine and let the passengers out?
Transporter. Cargo unloading in progress. Stand by, pilot.
Yep. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Yeah, I couldn't see enough of the runway. I was focused on trying to see where I was relative to the ground, and I was not looking at my ground speed. I was doing like 46, 47 knots, which is like rock out of the sky territory, and that's my fault. I should have been paying attention. I was trying to do something new, and I should have done that. Let's, you know, put it in flaps. Might as well now. I mean, oh, there's my baby too. Hi, Lizzie Bear.
Transporter from
Elizabeth came to
dispatch.
say hi.
Everything seems okay.
Everything
the
seems
customer
okay.
looks happy. Mission ended.
All right, customer looks happy. I'm glad they're happy with that landing. Seems like they shouldn't be.
You can start
but
your engine now.
it's okay. Can start my engine now. Oh, look, sim rate penalty. My reward is reduced to 10,000. So we get a penalty for increasing that sim rate. Well, that sucks. That's not ideal. Okay, so that's why I was looking at it going, why did we only go up like 10,000? That's why. Okay. So now here's the problem is we have, because we crashed, it records our airframe damage here. So if we want to repair the hull, it's going to cost us $81,000. Oh, man. Does anyone know whether the wheels are supposed to be down or up when you land? Well, that's a big bummer. That's a big bummer. I shouldn't have killed the engine when I did. Warning. What's our warning exactly? Are we upside down? Got it. I'm upside down. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, well, we will figure out what to do, and we'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I've got some good and bad news. So the bad news is, as you saw just then, I crashed my old plane. Our old Cessna 172 has crashed. The owner called me up and said, "Hey, heard you had a crash. I need you to bring the plane back." So I released the plane into their custody in Aruba, and I think they had another pilot come and fly it back for them. I'm not really sure. This is too much RP for me. Okay, so we returned the aircraft because we had damaged the airframe beyond the point where we could fly it. But in the interim, before we, so we're not stuck in Aruba, which probably isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's fine. I rented this Bonanza G36, and I actually I went on a test flight just to see how it was, and I like it. It's not too bad. It's not my favorite airplane, but it's not too bad. So we're going to use this. It's a little bit faster than the 172. It can fly a little further, so I like that, and it can maybe take a little bit more cargo and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Caracas in Venezuela. I'm still not sure exactly where I want to go, but like one option is to fly, sort of around South America like this and then come back up, or, maybe just do a little loop here. I'm not really sure yet. But this morning, is my daughter's birthday, and I have lots of stuff to do, so I'm just looking for like a little flight. I figured 2 or 3 hour flight somewhere would be great. That just fits right in my schedule. So this is what I found. Caracas Airport, SVCS, has 3 different jobs that we could take. Now the thing is, one of them is just a passenger, and another one is just a little bit of cargo. So I think we can take both of these and go to Caracas. So I'm going to pick the cargo one first because it pays a little bit more, just in case. So let's take this one, and then let's take this one. Does it let me? I think it does. So we're going to listen, and we're going to make sure. So now we've got to go. There we go. Yep. Look at that. We got 2 jobs in the thing. Oh, well, this is going to be great then. If we can do 2 jobs at once, that's going to increase our ability to make money quite a bit. Okay, so in the flight sim, I have, again, I'm using their built-in nav system, which I'm not a huge fan of, but that's fine. We're going to do it. I can't pick an arrivals here, which is fine, but I can pick the approach, which is the ILS 10, and that's fine. This departure here is from runway 29, so that's totally fine. Yeah, we're gonna fly. Let's get in the sim and let's see what our friend says. Okay. Can we not take all this? It says 786 pounds, missing 446 pounds. I don't know if that means we don't have enough. I'm gonna listen.
Hello, pilot. Let's see what's on the books for you today.
Pilot from dispatch. Please stand by.
Let's go.
Alright, so it does seem that I've got all my cargo on board. 421, yeah. I don't know why this says minus 88. Not really sure, but that's okay. We've got 75% fuel. That should be plenty to get there. I want to check my weight and balances and make sure that actually we've got the same in both there. So that's good. Let's start up the engine. And I want to check my fuel selector. Where's my fuel selector?
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Collapse. I should have a fuel selector somewhere. I want to make sure it's not on one side or the other. The one problem that I had... Yeah, there we go. Fuel selector.
You're good to go.
Should be on
Contact the
automatic
tower
there,
for clearance.
in the middle. I think that's automatic there.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Let's see. Right off. Left main, right main. Okay. But that will change, right, guys? Okay, I just want to make sure that it's not draining one side and then not the other. Okay, so we're ready to go. We're going to be getting onto this runway here, and let's go for a fly, guys. I'm going to... This engine, by the way, is quite a bit more powerful than the engine on the Cessna. And so we do have, you know, much better takeoff speeds and all that kind of stuff. I do need to set up my altitude for my stuff. Oh, let's just turn this on. Hello, friend. Okay, let's set this up. Initial climb, 5200 is fine. We're going to turn flight director on. We're going to turn FLC mode on, and I'm going to increase this to about 80 I think. What's that say, 43? Trying to do this while I taxi as well, which is making it slightly more difficult. I'm going a little fast. No, it's 20 knots. That's not too bad. Okay, I'm going to do a little turnaround here, and we're going to take off. Obviously, I can't take off this way. That's not enough runway. Plus my departure heading is the other way. So let's turn around. Hit a little brake. And let's just double check that we've got everything set up here. We have lots of time and runway here. So our runway heading is there. We've set that nav. We've set this to nav mode. That's on. We've set our altitude to 5200. I feel like we could go easily to 8000 for this flight. That's fine. Autopilot's off. Flight director's on. And yeah, we're ready to go. I suspect anyway. So let's take off. I don't usually do a takeoff in the cockpit mode because I don't know, I just like the way that we can follow cam this. I think it looks better. So let's follow cam take off here. Push down. This engine, you can already tell, is quite a bit more powerful than the 172. We're just getting so much faster, so quick. And that's well over enough. The other nice thing about
Pilot
this airplane
from dispatch. Fly safe.
is that we can actually retract our gears, which is great too. So let's get some vertical speed going. Let's pull our flaps back. And we can hit autopilot once we're sort of close to that flight director purple pip thing. Alright, we don't want to overspeed the engine. 27 RPM, yeah, see there, right as I said it, we oversped. I want to pull back on my throttle just a little bit. You can see we're going, yeah, see this this plane overspeeds quite easy, or over RPMs quite quickly. So we'll pull back on the throttle a little bit. And let's see. Yep, we're flying. We're climbing so fast. 1,700 feet per minute. That's incredible. Good job. Good job, little plane. We are overspeeding again, though. I'm going to pull that back a little bit. I wonder if it's actually the... Yeah, over 2,700 again. We can pull back quite a bit before our RPMs fall. There we go. I'm going to sort of keep it around here so that our RPMs are sort of around the 2,600. mark. That seems to be the safest. And yeah, we're going to just enjoy this climb. We're going to be turning to the south here and sort of flying southeast for the majority of this flight. So yeah, we're all set up. We're good. We're going to get up to 8,000 feet, and then I'll probably come back, say hi, pass out some snacks, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, I just checked. You can check in your weight and balance here, what's going on with your fuel. And as you can see, it's been pulling only from the left fuel tank, which means if that fuel tank runs out, we drop out of the sky, which is, you know, not ideal. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if there's a button in here somewhere that auto-selects the fuel, but you can see here, we've got it on this one here, the left, and we need to flick it over to right. But I don't know if there's a... There should be a... Sometimes there's a button in planes that's like... That basically switches it from one fuel tank to the other. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Or if this has one. But I'm going to select it, switch it to the right now. And so now we should still be fine. We're still flying a plane, but instead of taking from the left tank, it's going to take from the right tank now. So this is now at 50%. We should notice this go down now. Yeah, 29.29. There we go. So now the right hand tank is going down. That's probably, we won't need to change that again, but I just wanted to note that, because in most other aircraft you don't have to do that, but apparently in this one there's no selector switch for it to automatically do that, which seems strange. It seems like there should be. Fuel switch pump. Here we go. Oops. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to actually click anything yet. Are we still good? We're still good? We're still good. I want to actually zoom in on that. Can I? Aux fuel pump. High. Low. So the fuel switch pump. So if we select this to low, will that now start taking from both? 20.19. Let's just see if this goes down. I don't know what the auxiliary fuel pump does. I would assume that it pumps from the other, but I guess it's not doing that. What happens if we switch it to high? By the way, this is not the best time to be playing with switches in your airplane when you're flying, but, you know, it's not a real airplane, so it's okay. Yeah, I don't know what that does. Maybe if someone with more experience flying this G36, I think it's the G36, if you guys have some experience flying this, or you know how that works, that'd be great. And maybe it's just that this fuel pump, you know, when it's on high, it will switch back and forth for me. I don't really know. But that's usually what happens, is that you usually have a button where it will, here we go, it will switch back and forth between the different, if you've got two different fuel tanks, it'll switch back and forth between them for you, is usually how that works. So, yeah, we're going to continue though. We've got 137 nautical miles to go. We're going to start our descent probably around 50 40 or 50 nautical miles away. So, yeah, I will see you soon. Alright guys, 72 nautical miles. I'm going to start my descent here really quick. I'm going to set my vertical speed. And I'm just going to adjust this. Vertical speed. How come I can't change that? Hold on. 2. There we go. Oh, because we didn't set our new altitude. New altitude is going to be 2,000 feet. And we're going to, go down about, let's say 300. That should be fine. And I'm just going to pull, actually I don't need to really, yeah, I'm going to pull back a little bit because I'm going to end up overspeeding pretty quick here. Pull back on the throttle a bit, and yeah, back to your regularly scheduled time lapse. Alright guys, we are looking at our approach here. I'm going to set our heading basically south of where we are now. And then I'm going to put this into heading select. That will turn us to the south. Basically here, I want to intercept this this line. I think it's here. Where's the runway? No, it's this line here. So I basically want to intercept this line here and then turn onto the runway heading of 10. I believe that's, yeah, I think it's runway 10. Let's look at the navigraph here as well. And let's just double check. We are going to SVCS. SVCS. Let's take a look at our approach. We've got ILS here. So at Limon, we should be at 7,000 feet. Oh, that's not ideal. Do we have to... Are we going over mountains here, or what? No... Oh, yeah, we are going over these mountains. Okay, so let's go back up then. Nope, that's not the right one. Here, altitude. Let's get up to 7,000 feet. Let's do a vertical speed of, I don't know, 600? 700? Let's push these propellers, because we really got to get... We got to get up pretty quickly here. Yeah, it's turned into nighttime, unfortunately, in the simulator. Well, I guess it's in real life, because that's where it is. But it looks like we're going to have to get over these mountains first, because we're still 26 nautical miles away. Because we're not actually going to this airport that we see next to us here, which originally I thought that's where we were going. I'm like, oh, I can see the lights. That's not it. We got to go over this mountain range here first. Yeah, looks like this is going to be a kind of difficult approach. I'm not really sure. We'll see. We need to get up to 7,000 feet anyway for this. I should have checked this before, but I kind of assumed it was because I saw this here at 2,550 feet. I assumed that's where we needed to be. But if we look at the navigraph chart, so here at Guare, we should be Guare. We should be at 5,800 feet. So yeah, we're gonna try to go Limon, Guare, and then we'll come down here. Looks like. Okay, so this is okay. So we are coming. We basically would normally come down here. So we're gonna try and actually aim for that Guare height, which is 5,800, I think it was. Let's see, what was that? 5,800. So let's change this to 6,000. 5,800. There we go. So this will bring us up to 5,800 really quickly. And then we'll basically intercept that. Actually, maybe we'll go 5,500. Because then we can intercept that. We'll go 5,600. That'll be 200 feet below this glide slope, but basically. And then as we get in, this is where our glide slope sort of starts here, at that 5,800. I mean, we can start at 7,000, but this is, I'm guessing where it's going to be. Also, we should be tuned to 109.7. So let's check our 109.7. That's what it's caught. So we'll tune into that. We are on heading right now, so I can actually just see where we are. No. Let's come back to that. Looks like we're too far away so far. That's fine. We're still tuning it. I feel like we're going to have to go higher. I feel like we got to get over this mountain range here, right? Looks like. Yeah, definitely. So we're going to climb up some more, I think. We're gonna get over at 8,000. So let's continue this. Sorry, everybody, we got to continue going up that vertical speed. Let's push it to 500 feet per minute, 600 feet, 700 feet per minute. There we go. This should get us over this mountain range here. Because yeah, we're still 21 nautical miles, and we got to get over this. So yeah, we definitely want to be higher. That's my bad for not checking this earlier. I should have checked where we were going. I actually thought we were landing here at first at this Simon Bolivar International, but we are not. We're going over the Venezuelan mountains here, and we're going to line up for Caracas. So, are we pretty much heading the right way? Let's head directly south for now as well. So my heading should be going directly south. Heading of 180. That will basically put us right before this. As we turn, we'll be right at this GUARE thing, and then it looks like the airport's at 2,550 feet. Or is that this? That might be just this. This is at 2,550 feet. This waypoint here as we turn in here. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this. Yeah, we'll fly over these mountains and I'll be right back. Alright, real quick here. It looks like we don't need to be up quite at 8,000. I'm going to stop at 7,500. And I'm actually going to, let's see. Can I figure out how to go direct to Limon? Like plan. So if I go down here. If I go direct Limon, enter, activate. So we're going to go direct, and I'm going to put my nav back on. That should navigate us straight to this Limon. Lyman nav point? I don't know how they say this, Lyman or Limon. Looks like a French word, Limon. Limon. It's probably not how they say it, Lyman. Probably more clear to say it that way. So it looks like it can probably drop down to that 7,000 that they told us to be at. Altitude 7,000. And I can put my vertical speed down about 200 feet per minute. Should be fine to get there. Take us 2.5 minutes to get down to that 7,000. We should be at that Limon by then, and then we'll start our descent at Limon from 7,000, and that's exactly what our approach plate tells us here. Basically, well, this actually has us coming in from this way. We're actually coming in from this way, which is not how this approach would be done, I guess, but that's okay. It's totally fine. We're gonna get to Limon here, and I got a phone call. I'll be right back. Alright, we've done our turn here. There we go. We are on the locator now, looks like. We should be able to intercept this glide slope now. So we have swapped over. The approach should be... Oh, it's going to be on now in a second. I'll turn this on. Approach mode on. That means we should catch everything. We're a little low on that glide slope, it looks like, but we will get into it. So that will be good. Let's see here. Yeah. Looks like we've caught it, and we're going down at 750. Excellent. Everything is working the way it should be. And my daughter, whose birthday it is very excited. There we go. Now, this should be 55. I think 5,800 is where we should be at Guar, so we're definitely headed for that. Right on track. This will be our first night landing, I think, that we're doing in this series. Pretty exciting. I am going to pull back on the throttle. We're going pretty fast now. Definitely don't need to be doing that much speed. 160 as we approach 9 nautical miles away. I don't know what's going on with this plane. My cruising speed seemed to be like 93, 95. It actually wasn't as fast as I thought it was going to be. It said that the cruising speed for this airplane was like 170 knots or something, but it really wasn't. And I don't know whether that's a setting that I have messed up in the airplane or what, honestly. But if anyone has any ideas about this G36 and why my cruise speed at 8,000 feet was so bad, let me know. I mean, I did have the engine, to full. It was at 2,700 the whole time, 2,600 or so, 2,650, and we were not getting close to that. So I'm not really sure what that is. Oh, we've got a warning here. Okay. Fair enough. Guess it wasn't that interesting. We've got the field in sight. We can see the lights. We do have yeah, we are pretty much on track here. I'm going to pull up the throttle just a little bit again. I want to gain a little bit of my speed back here. Have a little bit more control over the aircraft. We were just doing 160, which was too fast. So this is our last turn. That was our last sort of waypoint before we end up... Okay, pull back again. And you can see at 2,700, 2,710, this thing starts to go off. So I want to sort of keep it under that. But it's hard. So you can see down here my engine is only at like 43% power. It's probably even less than that. And yet we're still maxed out in RPM. So I don't know. Maybe there's a button I'm missing. Hard to tell. But anyway. 6 nautical miles out. This looks like a really close to the I don't know, land, close to this road. This approach is yeah, really right off these mountains. It's pretty nice. I bet you it looks really cool in the daytime. I bet you this is totally freaky at nighttime, seeing the cars 100 feet below you as you're approaching, and you're still 5 miles away from the airport. It's probably pretty nerve-wracking. Yeah, again, doing 140 again. We don't need to be going down that quick, it seems, although that is the glide slope. So it's just dropping us at 900 feet per minute, which is, it's a pretty quick drop. But again, we've got to get over this mountain. These mountains again, you can't quite see too much, and I'm sure it's not even as good on the video, but yeah, we kind of got to get through that mountain there. So now we should be a little bit less aggressive here. Yeah, it looks like we're going down to 800 or so. So yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, guys. Alright, we're only 2 nautical miles away. I am going to, hit my brakes a little bit. I'm going to put my gears down. We're going to try and bleed some of this speed. We are on the glide slope, but we need to be going quite a bit slower. So one notch of flaps and gears should slow us down quite a bit. There we go. Now we're getting this blue indicator. I don't know how to get rid of this blue indicator. I guess it's okay while I'm flying a new plane. It's kind of nice to have that visual reference, but I certainly didn't ask for it. I don't really want it most of the time, but that's okay. It looks like we're going to be coming into this runway pretty much straight on. There's no like last minute turns. I can see the blue taxiway here. I believe that taxiways are always in blue lights so that you can see them, but they're not distracting from your actual glide path. Looks like I need to pick up my engines a little bit. I'm going to slow. There we go. We don't want to stall and have the same problem as we had last time. Don't want to crash the plane. That would be very bad. We're going to hit the autopilot, and we're going to fly the rest in. We're going to go full flaps, and I'm going to control the aircraft without letting it go down too fast, too quick. Keep those engines working, but working for us, not against us. We have a big runway here, so we don't need to worry too much about, getting to landing too late or anything like that. I want to pull back my engines now quite a bit. You can see we're coming in. Oh, we're going to stall again. Engines a little bit, just give us a little bit tuft of power there. Landing at night, always a little bit harder. Okay, kill the engines. Stop. Oh, a little bit of wind or something near the runway. Yeah, definitely floating. And
That was a harder landing than we like to see, pilot.
Harder landing than I like to see. Alright, fair enough, lady. Okay.
Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
Clear the runway, taxi to parking. Alright, let's take a look at our map here. I can probably turn off here. I don't know where the general aviation parking is in Caracas, but we're just going to pretend it's over here. Should be fine. We don't have our landing lights on. That probably would have helped. Could have turned those on, probably. And yeah, let's pick a spot over here. This looks like a nice landing spot. Get our flaps all the way back in. This plane is definitely a little bit more twitchy than the 172. That is for sure. And next time I'll have to remember if we're landing at night to turn on those landing lights, because it really makes a big difference. Watch this if I turn them on. I don't even know how they're going to be down here. So taxi lights. Yeah, see? Landing lights. See how much better this would have been? Oh well, that's the way it goes. Alright, so we're going to kill our... Well, we used to kill the mixture in the other one. What do we do for this one? Guess we can just turn the magneto off.
Okay, pilot. The guests are leaving the aircraft now.
Alright, guests are leaving the aircraft. Now, we had 2 jobs that we did here, which was really exciting. We had this passenger job here, and we also had a cargo job here. So we should, in theory, we should be getting paid for both of them, which would be super exciting. How do we do on fuel, by the way? Let's take a look. 50-50, perfect. Stopped it right the way. Awesome. Why does it look like there's a plane coming up? Hit us.
Transport from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Alright, so the passengers are out and now the cargo is coming. That's good. So we should get quite a good bounty here. We'll make about 30 grand probably once everything's all said and done, and once we pay for our fuel and such. Which we can probably buy the fuel now. We'll fill all the way up. Just before we forget. So we don't have to worry about it. Still waiting. It takes them a while to get this cargo out, I guess.
You can start your engine now.
There we go. 60 grand. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we made almost 40 grand there. Or a little bit. Yeah, almost, well, 35. Awesome. Okay. I think that's going to be the end of the video. We crashed once. We had to change planes once. We've done quite a bit. It's nighttime now. I don't want to take off out of Caracas in the night. I want to make sure that I respect these mountains, and we don't do that. So, yes, the end of the 4th video. Thank you very much for hanging around, and I appreciate you guys. Again, I really enjoy all the comments, everyone telling me what they do and what they do differently. I'm interested. I want to know. I've never flown this plane before, so if you've been in this G36 and you have some tips and pointers other than turning on your landing lights, I'm welcome to it. So yeah, let's fly together, guys.